understanding that the defense has a motion that you wish to present, Ms. Anderson?
Yes, Your Honor. This time we move that this court preclude the imposition of the death penalty and take it out of the hands of the jury. The basis of this is the pervasive media attention that this case has garnered. There are channels that are on a loop 24/7. It's all over social media, and it's not just a little bit. It's everywhere. We have people outside of the courthouse holding up signs and protesting. We have people online that have created false narratives. That they're flat out lying about what is happening in this courtroom. And I know that this court has given instructions to the jury, and I just don't think it's enough because this media attention has been so widespread. It is impossible for Tanner to get a fair trial in violation of the 5th and 14th Amendments and also in violation of the Texas Constitution. This case isn't just local. It's not just statewide. It's not national. There are international newspapers writing stories about it. And so with all of that media attention, our team has received death threats. Our witnesses have received death threats. Our client has received death threats. And so what we're asking the judge to do, and what we're asking you to do, is to preclude the death penalty in this case, because that's the only thing that can remediate the publicity that they have. And the reason that we're asking that is, put yourself in the jury's position. You know that this case is international news. You know that this case is a hot topic. You know that this case has raised such passions that it results in death threats against the defense team. You know all of this. Now imagine you as juror going to church on Sunday, and the person sitting next to me, or sitting next to you, says, I know you're on jury duty. How'd that go? You were gone for 5 weeks. You must have been on that case. I can't believe you did X, Y, Z. So in taking away their ability to sentence them to life without repercussions from society and from their friends and from their community, that is the only way that Tanner can get a fair trial in this case.
The court daily, even though it's not in the record, the court daily has admonished the jury in the jury room to stay away from media, to the point of last week, I didn't tell the lawyers this, one of the jurors asked me, is the case still getting a lot of attention? So based on that question, I am satisfied that the jury has been following my instructions to stay away from the media. Your request is denied. The jury is present. Are both sides ready for the jury?
Ready.
Defense?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Everyone may be seated. Good morning. Members of the jury, the defendant Tanner Lynn Horter stands charged by indictment with the offense of capital murder, alleged to have been committed in Wise County, Texas on or about the 30th day of November 2022. To this charge, the defendant has pleaded guilty. The defendant has entered this plea, and the court hereby instructs the jury to find the defendant guilty as charged in the indictment. Your verdict must be by a unanimous vote of all members of the jury. In deliberating on the case, you shall consider these instructions as a whole, and you must not refer to or discuss any matters not in evidence before you. Our law provides a defendant may testify on his own behalf if he elects to do so. This, however, is a privilege accorded to the defendant, and in the event he does not testify, that fact cannot be taken as a circumstance against him. In this case, the defendant has not testified, and you are instructed that you cannot and must not refer or allude to this fact throughout your deliberations or take it into consideration for any purpose whatsoever as a circumstance against the defendant. When you go to the jury room, the first thing that you should do is select one of your number as your presiding juror, who will help to guide your deliberations and will speak for you here in the courtroom. During your deliberations, you must not communicate with or provide any information to anyone by any means about this case. You may not use any electronic device or media such as a telephone, cell phone, smartphone, iPhone, or computer, the internet, any internet service, or any text or instant messaging service, or any internet chat room, blog, or website such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, or X to communicate to anyone any information about this case or to conduct any research about this case until I accept your verdict, if any. If at the conclusion of your deliberations, the presiding juror should sign the verdict form, and I'm requesting whoever the presiding juror is, if he or she will print their name beneath the verdict form and put your juror number next to the signature. If you need to communicate with me during your deliberations, the presiding juror should write the message, ring the jury call button on the wall, and give it to the bailiff. I will either reply in writing or bring you back into the court to answer your message. You are the exclusive judges of the facts proved, of the credibility of the witnesses, and the weight to be given to their testimony, but you're bound to receive the law from the court which is herein given and be governed thereby. And I've signed the instructions as judge. The last page of the instructions contain the verdict form. Says, we, the jury, find the defendant, Tanner Lynn Horner, guilty of the offense of capital murder as charged in the indictment. The presiding juror should sign his or her name on that line beneath the verdict form. All right? If you retire to your jury room, buzz me when you're ready. All right, we'll be in recess.